Hey, how's it going? It's Eric. So I am back in Los Angeles, back from tech school. I just finished up all my on-the-job training with my guard unit, and I'm back. Yep, back home, back at my civilian job. And so it's been quite a long time since I posted a video. I've been getting a lot of requests on Instagram and Facebook and email asking about my experience at BMT, going in as an older person. And I do apologize. Like, yeah, I did get really tied up and really busy. And I've been kind of honestly kind of reluctant to make this video just because there's so many BMT videos and so many Air Force and day-to-day what happens at BMT videos and packing list videos and all that crap. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to put something out there that would help somebody. I just didn't want to fall into that, hole of just making those type of videos just because, which you see a lot of people doing, which is cool because actually I watched a lot of them and they're pretty much dead on. So I always try to think of something different to do that can help somebody. So hopefully this video will help somebody. But yeah, here's my experience at BMT. But yeah, going through BMT as an older person is kind of interesting. A little bit different maybe from as if you go in as a younger person. I actually, like, if I went in at like 18, 19, 20, maybe anywhere under 25, I probably would have got washed back or dropped out. Just going in as an older person, just honestly right off the bat, I can tell you it's a lot easier. And I'll tell you why as I go through this this video. Anyways, that first day, showing up to BMT, or that evening, I thought I was gonna be the oldest dude there. I thought I'd be stick out like crazy and all this stuff. I thought, it was gonna be so obvious that I was the oldest person. But I mean, that really turned out not to be the case. It was at the airport when I was at the USO. I noticed that everyone was probably around 24. It seemed like 18 to 24. So I kind of just stuck to myself, just thought about a lot of things, how shitty it was to be away from home, things like that. But so just going there, initially showing up, I was like, okay, great. I'm gonna be the oldest person by far. Like I said, a lot of the details that you can find on other YouTube videos, I'll leave those out. The day-to-day and all that crap. But I will say that, when I got there and I got into my flight and everything, and I started to know a couple people, it turned out I wasn't even the oldest person. The oldest person was 40. And actually, I have a picture of us together, right before we got our heads shaved. I didn't know him at that moment, but he turned out to be my best friend in BMT. 40-year-old dude, Bellator fighter. He had these mean ass cauliflower ears. He was an awesome guy from Brazil, black belt BJJ, and then we both had we were both in the day room together. We were, that was one of our that was our detail, was clean the day room, me and the 40-year-old. But yeah, anyway, so there was a 40-year-old guy there. In my flight there was 38-year-old. 34-year-old, and everyone else was probably under 30 after that. But so I definitely didn't stick out at all as far as being the oldest person in my flight, and nor did any of the MTIs treat us any differently just because we're older. But so a lot of people also mentioned that before I left that I was gonna be the dorm chief, just because I was the oldest guy. That didn't work in my flight really. It was just completely random. I don't think my MTIs picked the dorm chief based on age at all. It was just kind of random. I ended up being the Chow runner, and the 40-year-old dude my buddy ended up being the Guidon bearer, which is hilarious. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I mean, going in as an older person, I can tell you right now, right when you show up and the yelling and screaming starts and all that stuff, you're gonna understand the game right away. You understand why people are yelling at you and screaming at you, and what you're supposed to do. I mean, honestly, BMT is simple but not easy, if that makes sense. It's simple because all you have to do is just follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do, and then everything is fine. You're gonna get screamed at and yelled at or whatever, But other than that, like all you have to do is just do what they tell you, and you just move right through the process. I mean, it's a giant conveyor belt, just people come in and out, and you just have to. It's just something you have to go through, like the stress and all that stuff. And not, the part that sucks is you're away from your family, and then you just can't like get up and leave, kind of deal. And you're gonna be stressed out and things like that. But other than that, BMT is like not hard. Physically, as of I'm 40 now. It's crazy. Like I turned 40 last month. The physical part, it can be hard. Like I saw people like struggle really hard, and I saw people like do really well with it. I was like right in the middle. Going in, like when you go there, like your age doesn't matter when you do the PT test and all that stuff. Like they want everyone at the same kind of baseline. So I think when I showed up, I was running like something really ridiculous, like 11-minute miles or something like that. And then I ended up getting in like really good shape because I took the PT really seriously. I mean, I didn't want to like waste those workouts. So I think I went there like 157 pounds, and I'll put a before and after picture up too, but I went there at like 157 pounds, and right when I got out, I weighed 139 pounds. And I was eating like crazy too, like literally so many calories. Like I was eating like all the clean foods, but I was just eating like crazy. So I was like, one question was, are you gonna get in shape in BMT? Yes, you will, if you take it seriously. If you don't, you like crap and you kind of half-ass it, you're not gonna get in shape. You're gonna just be the same. Again, with like the job, being an older person, then I was assigned to be the Chow runner. I think like the 3rd week or something like that. And honestly, like I was really like nervous about that thing because sorry, extra noise. I was really like not comfortable doing that, just because like I had like stage fright doing like public speaking and those kind of things. But I wanted to do it because I got really nervous doing public speaking, and I thought that would help me out. So everyone's gonna say like their squadron was the hardest or blah blah blah. Could be true, could be not. I mean, 320th, like it was pretty like I thought it was pretty crazy. So when I was a Chow runner, I just got screamed at so many times because I would just mess that up all the time. It was funny because every time I got it right, my MTIs weren't there. Like it was always in front of the instructor supervisor or the squadron commander, and it would never be in front of my MTIs. But then like when my MTIs were there, I would just mess it up. I would do something stupid, and then I just look ridiculous in front of everybody. But honestly, like if you want to pick a job, you want to gain some confidence, be Chow runner. I mean, honestly, like pick it. Like if they ask for volunteers for anything, just volunteer for it. Because like, what's the worst that's gonna happen anyways? You're gonna get screamed at, and then it's over, right? They're gonna pull a 341, and that's it. If you can, volunteer for a lot of things, especially if you're an older person. A lot of the younger guys are gonna look up to you as the example, whether you're a dorm chief or not. Like that doesn't really matter. It's just a label, because you're gonna have people around you that they're gonna want your advice or need your advice for anything. Because like I was advising like my buddies on like finances, like personal finances, or starting a business, or being married. All kinds of weird stuff, like when is the right time to have kids, tattoos, like just all kinds of weird life stuff. They're gonna look for you for advice. They're gonna look for you to be like the strength, like everyone's gonna be calling their families. People are gonna be upset. As the older us older guys, we go around like let everyone know, hey, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna see them soon. We're all hurting together, so let's just get through this thing. So I know one of the things I did notice is that like with us older guys, we didn't get stressed out about the like small things. Like when if like everyone got into the day room, and then everyone wants to have like a I mean, excuse my language, like a bitch fest where everyone's like complaining about like details and who's not doing what and stuff like that, which is. It was funny because like every time those arguments would happen, like me and like the other guys would just like walk out at the day room and just go back to like, all right, so I guess it's time to clean or something. So we didn't get tied into that stuff. We didn't get tied into the drama of like, you know, getting in arguments with people or talking to girls. Like you saw that all the time. I was like, man, dude, why are you talking to the girls? You're gonna get in trouble. We didn't get involved in any of that crap. You know, we didn't get into arguments with the MTIs. We didn't, you know, we just kind of floated along and just did what we were supposed to, you know. So you'll notice that a lot. There's gonna be a lot of like bickering and drama, especially towards the end. Oh my god, like everyone wanted to kill each other. But I mean, most of us, like the older guys, we just didn't care. Like it was like whatever. It's like kind of funny. It's just kind of funny watching everyone kind of clash when it's like over like the smallest stuff, like, you know, who's taking a shower next, or but yeah, didn't affect us at all. Yeah, people on my flight call me grandpa, granddaddy. Like if one of my buddies, like, you know, right next to me, you know, he'd tell me about his wife, and, you know, or he was gonna get married, had a baby on the way, and then ask me for like a life advice, and, you know, what to do when you get to like a, you know, how to get to like a certain financial position, or, you know, how to better take care of your family. And then you're like, you know, hey granddaddy, I got a question. You know, so that's pretty much it about BMT. Going in as an older person, just to wrap it up, I mean, it's going to be easier for you because you're already going to know the game, you're going to know why you're there, you're going to know your whole career path. Most likely, if you're going in as an older person, you already had you already planned this thing out. Like I plan to do this for 20 years. On top of doing, you know, my day job. By the way, my day job has been really awesome about this whole process. It's really cool to get this type of support where your career is still there waiting for you, and then when you get back, they want to leverage the skills that you picked up in the military. They want to leverage that too. So it's really cool to work for a company like that. My bosses have been awesome. So, but yeah, definitely don't let age get in the way of your decision. I'm telling you, like, just do not worry about it. It's going to be easier for you. Yeah, just focus on what's important while you're at BMT. Don't sweat the little stuff. Don't get into the little bickering arguments that's gonna pop up with all the younger guys. Don't get involved in that. Just don't break the rules. Just do what you're supposed to, and then get out. On Sundays, you know, try to get out of the dorms if you can. That's like when the MTIs or the instructor supervisors like to pop in. They'll like sneak in through the bathroom, like the emergency exits, and then whoever's doing what they're not supposed to be doing, they'll get shaken down. I got it really bad one time. It was a Sunday, and it was me and one other person, and we were sitting there chatting, and I was leaning back in my chair, and I had my foot up on my bed, and I was drawing a picture, writing a letter to my wife. And sure enough, like, you know, it was nice and quiet, and then instructor supervisor popped his head up over the wall locker, and then just went to town on me. You know, I went through the whole thing, got to dump my backpack, and then dump my wall locker, dump my security drawer, start going through memory work. It was a classic ass chewing. It's funny. I'll try to find like the letter, the actual drawing I was drawing. Yeah, another piece of advice, just, you know, volunteer for as many duties as possible, just to break up the monotony of BMT. I volunteered for KP like 3 times just to get the hell out of the dorm. KP was like, it sucked, but it was just a good way to get out. I think I did it on Christmas Day. I think I did on New Year's. Yeah, that's a terrible job. You're just in the DFAC just cleaning dishes and for the whole day. From like, I think we had to go there like at 4:45 in the morning, and then we worked until like 8:30 because we had to be back at our dorm for lights out like at 9. But yeah, that was terrible, but it was just fun just to do something different, you know. So I recommend doing KP, because also you get to eat and chill, like on your breaks. Like when it's time to eat, you can go through, and then, you know, you don't have to. That was like the first time I actually like talked to someone while I was eating. While I was there, is because I was on KP duty. So try that out. It's fun. Volunteer for it, and watch the Chow runners get yelled at from the dishwashing station. Anyways, I hope this video helped out a lot. Hey, check out this picture. Look at that sad face. Oh boy. I wonder. My wife was like, "Why you look so sad in your picture?" I was like, "Cause I was at BMT." Oh yeah, here you go. Here's my flight photo. See the Guidon bear right there? 4 years old. And I am right there. And that's my buddy, the dude that threw the scorpion at me. But yeah, that was my flight. Flight 136. Good time. You can hit me up on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below to my Instagram so you can ask me questions about it. If you have any other questions, I'll hook you up with my recruiter. He's really awesome. He'll just answer questions because he's actually the subject matter expert. I'll leave his information down below, and you know, you can hit me up on Instagram and I can link you guys up too. And if you want to hear about tech school and stuff, I took a ton of videos at tech school.
Room to shut!
Thanks again for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. But definitely if you have any questions or concerns, hit me up. If there's any other type of video you want to see, just let me know and I'll work on it. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys soon.